Hi, would you like to learn how to post pictures like this to your Facebook or your Twitter or your Instagram sites? That's what I've been doing with Website Garden, which is my tool, and by using AI, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. So here I'm going to go to Website Garden, and before I actually start that, I need a sample. So for this example, we're going to do quotes from Benjamin Franklin, and what I did is I just searched here quotes from Benjamin Franklin and went to Google Images basically. I picked one that I kind of liked, which is this one, and I saved it to my disk. Okay. Then I went to Claude over here and I said, give me the list of the most popular 30 quotes from Benjamin Franklin and put it in a JSON file or format. And so this is what it came back with, and I've temporarily saved that in another place on my computer where I can copy it and paste it back here in a moment. Now I'm going to go to Website Garden. I'm going to click Add Theme, and I actually started this a few minutes ago, so it already has some of this in here. Benjamin Franklin video theme. The platform right now is going to be Facebook. Then we have to use a tool to connect it to Facebook, and we'll talk about how that works in another video. But I've already got it set up for me. And I could say daily, weekly, monthly. If I say weekly, I can say like, okay, I want it to go on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever days you want, at whatever time of the day you want. Then the number of variations, that's if you don't trust the AI very much, and you might say, okay, I want to get 3 pictures and I want to pick the best one. But in this case, I've done this before, and I know the pictures of Benjamin Franklin are pretty stable and good. Advanced post to generate. So you're going to have a small fee when you do this to call our AIs that do the image generation. So at first you might want to say just do 3, and then once you like it, you come back here and change this to 30, and then go ahead and generate the whole month ahead of time. But when you're starting, usually pick a smaller number there. And just to be safe, we're going to put a stop date on this. So if we're going to do, I'm going to do, I think I said 30 quotes. So let's go back and just make this simple. I'm going to make it daily, once per day. So I just need to go 1 month in the future. And so I'm going to set this to August, say 20th. Okay. Now the image format, square or landscape, we want landscape. And the width, okay, so I'm going to go with 1200 by 630 for my width and height. And now this is optional. You could put in your own style prompt, but like say I've never done this before. If I click this optional button, what I can do now is upload the image that I just basically borrowed or stole, if you want to say that, from somebody else. And I'm going to upload that image here to Website Garden. Okay, so here I picked the image from the disk. I'm going to click OK. And what this AI is doing is it's looking at the picture, and now it's going to create the style prompt for you. And see, it says create a motivational quote graphic with a dark, moody background featuring a classic oil painting of a historical figure on the left side. So instead of saying a historical figure, I want to actually change that to a portrait of Benjamin Franklin on the left side. Faded, blah, blah, blah. The overall color is dark brown and black. Bold white text dominates the upper 2/3. At the bottom right, include a small website attribution. And there's still more here. We can actually resize this a little. The overall blah, blah, blah. Bold white text dominates at the top. Include a small, now we don't want to say addicted to success. That was the guy we quote unquote borrowed it from. So I'm going to put, I'll put neilwalters.com. I'm just making up something. I do have that website, but in a clean sans serif font. Now, one thing I'd like to add, I saw in another one, is bold white text. I'm going to say here, it should have Benjamin Franklin's authentic signature under the quote. Okay. So here it says in the center right of the image, display a bold, motivated quote in a large, all caps, so and so and so. So here it actually gave the exact quote that was on the image we borrowed from. But now we want to substitute and put our own words in there from our JSON. So let me show you how this works. So I'm going to go back to where I pasted my JSON from. And I'm going to stick that down here, data for each iteration, which is right there. Okay. And now, okay, I don't like it all being in all caps, by the way. I'm just going to say a white font. And the quote reads, and now here, I'm going to basically say JSON. So this is the hardest part right here. We'll create a little guide to show you how to do this. But basically down here, you have a series, like an array, and then you have a bunch of repeating quotes. And what I want to do is pick the item in the array that corresponds to the post number. So like day 1, day 2, that's your post number. So basically day 1 should pick this post, day 2 should pick this, day 3 should pick this, and so on. Okay, and then branding, you could also put the Neil Walters at the bottom, but we already have that up here in the style prompt. So I think this is good enough to go. There's just a warning here about my date. I'm going to ignore that right now. And then here it gives you the estimated cost. It says it's basically going to cost you 16 credits or $16. And it tells you how much money you have available in your account right now. And so I want to do that, and I'm going to click Save. Okay, so there it goes. It says the theme was created, and by default, it is running. And we have a background process that runs. So we don't do all this online. We let the background task run and do it for us. You know, some people call that your agent. So your agent's going to run now, and it's going to build these quotes, and then we'll be able to see them on another page. And so I'm going to just come back here in about 5-10 minutes and show you the results. Okay, it's about 5 or 10 minutes later. I am back, and now we're going to look at these results. So we can go in any order, but let's start with this would be the one that would post first. Now, this is just almost like a thumbnail. If you want to see the full picture, you do have to click on it there. And like, wow, is that not impressive? An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. There is a picture of Abraham Lincoln. The background is nice and, you know, I don't know, kind of old world style. There's his beautiful signature. And then there's my branding, my website right there. And so what you have to do is approve these because it's AI, right? And sometimes it might just go wacky. So you can say pick here. Pick implies that you're picking from one or more screens, or you could think of it as approve. So I'm going to approve this one. And then I want to just basically save that. And now I want to go back to the previous. Let's start at the beginning here. I'm going to go to the first one now. And they should all look pretty much the same. It's possible the picture of Benjamin Franklin could be a little bit different on each one because each one is a separate call to the AI, but it's probably using some, you know, standard base for how to draw his picture. But see, his signature looks the same. The text looks wonderful. And so we'll approve that. And I'm going to say advance to the next post and click save. And so now it's going to go to the next one in the list that I have not approved yet. And so here's this one. And by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And then again, signature, and voila. Oh, I have to approve it. So I did the pick on it. And now I'm done. I've approved all 3 of them. So basically on this screen, you can see the dates that they will post. So this is your target date right here. And so this is going to be the 19th, which is today at 8 a.m. So that may have posted actually already. Let's go check real quick. I didn't really want it to post to my Hebrew site, but if it does, I can just delete it. Oh, see, there it is. So it was after 8 a.m. today. So it says like, oh, it's past today's date and we haven't posted the picture yet. So let's post one. So boom, there it is over in Facebook land. And I think that's a cool thing, don't you? So if you want to be able to do this kind of thing and just basically work out all your posts for a month within like 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes once or twice a month, have all your little memes and posts come out like this, then you need our tool. And basically you need a subscription to Website Garden. And then you need a little extra credits to be able to do the AI processing of all these images. And then you should be ready to go. In the next video, I will show you how to do a much more complicated design because on my website, I was dealing with Hebrew. And it turns out that the AI graphics programs do not handle Hebrew well. So we had to build a whole rigmarole around that. And I realize most of you aren't doing Hebrew, but if you're doing any languages that uses what they call diacritical marks, which are like the little marks above and below the letters, like some of the European languages like German or French, and maybe some of the Asian languages, And if you're generating posts in those languages and you want those words on the image, then you might need this higher level trick that I'll show you in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I hope this is something you can implement on your website and get a lot more visitors to your Facebook pages or your Instagram or your Twitter pages. And of course, you can come to Facebook then and boost this post so that more people will see it and get more people again coming to your page. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.